Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of that humble internet. Ryan here, aka the Ryan Man. I'm just continuing on with Winds of Change. I'm trying to bust this up while keep playing through so we make a good chunk of progress. The last time we were here, Fortame asked what our box is for.
I'm not sure. Probably food and supplies. It's a long trek to Alarenthia. You need sustenance.
Oh, then where's our sustenance?
I think we went through most of it on the voyage.
So, are we not planning a trip back? Did anyone bring money?
Oh no! Are we gonna be in trouble?
Probably.
Ulrich gets a point for keeping it real.
What? Oh, wait. You're joking, aren't you?
Probably.
Ulrich gets a second point. He's on fire.
They sure gave us a good ship. I have to say, that alliance was a great idea.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it won't bite us in the ass.
This is an impressive vessel.
Of course. It's amazing.
Well, it floats, so to me, it's a good ship.
That is underwhelming. The monarchy had much bigger vessels. We simply assumed the pirates held back.
Oh.
Of course, we do not wish to condescend. We only wish to inform you of this world's past. Surely that is something that interests you.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, sure. Sorry, I thought you were rubbing it in my face.
Only partly.
Hal gets a point. Everyone's getting points. Except for Dominic and Forte.
Is that Alarenthia? It's huge.
No, it's not. That's just immigration.
Oh, jeez.
Immigration.
Yeah, if you're an outsider, you need to register. That is, of course, except during Dracu's annual ball.
Again, terrible policy. God-awful policy.
So we can just waltz right into the castle.
Yeah.
Terrible policy. How big, strong, and intimidating is this dude if literally anyone can invade at this point in time and storm the castle?
Isn't that a little dangerous?
Valessa gets a point!
For us and the outsiders, yeah. Remember where we are, Valessa. Dracu could kill anybody in the blink of an eye.
I have to see this Dracu guy now. I have to. Was that the was it literally the dragon dude who was staring me down?
Letting in people from the mainland is no threat at all. Any threat to Alarenthian soil comes from Alarenthia itself. Of course, that brings about its own host of problems.
Sounds like America. America's biggest threat is America.
How? You sure know a lot about this stuff.
It was from here, Valessa. Don't make me take away your point.
Unfortunately.
Right. Okay. Short, simple. I think that's everything. Check mark, check mark, check mark. I got speech bubbles. We're moving on. We have ourselves a trek through the desert. This ought to be good. We take slow, heavy steps through the deserts of Alarenthia. Heat assaults us, and the humidity is thick, like sheets in the air. Ulrich seems unfazed, but everyone else is handling it pretty badly. Unless any of these motherfuckers... Yeah, I am slowly starting to abandon my goal of trying to speak better without cursing so much. But I guess this game's just dragging it out of me. It's dragging out the real me. But unless any of these motherfuckers was up on a rooftop, scraping off shingles in 100+ degree weather with humidity through the roof, literally everyone taking 5 or 10 to go and puke in the bushes from the heat exhaustion, I don't want to hear it.
I can't believe that people actually live here. How much farther is it, Ulrich? This is crazy.
I'd say around 6 to 8 hours. There's an oasis halfway there. We can stop. I have a feeling you've already exhausted your canteen.
It was too hard to resist. So, there's an oasis in a few hours? That'll be a good place to rest and relax.
Yeah, for 5 minutes, then we go back to it.
We can't waste that kind of time, Dominic. There's enough time to fill up on water. That's it. If we take too long, we'll miss both Vivian and the ball.
Ulrich gets another point. He's leading the pack.
Right, of course.
Dominic pants, sweat trailing through his fur. Oh my god. And normally I would say it must be adorable watching, dog, with dogs and everything, but these are anthros. These are full grown ass people. Ulrich and I literally be marching through, only like stone facing it, as everyone else around us just has their tongues hanging out, panting. I think it would then be a contest on which one of us, Ulrich and I, would break from that insanity sound first. Hopefully things will cool down once the sun started to set. Yeah, the sun sets in the desert and then you freeze to death. I move towards Ulrich as we walk through the desert. You're supposed to be going through the desert either through the morning or in the late afternoon approaching evening. Not in the middle, but of course we don't have that kind of time or luxury, so we have to march through it during the middle of the day. And you don't go through it at night. Don't ask me how I know anything about moving through the desert. He was our guide, so I shouldn't let him out of sight. I can see the city in the distance, but no oasis at all.
Back in the day, they used these deserts as punishment. Criminals were sent out here and they had to prove their worth. If they were strong enough to survive, then they'd be taken back in. Most of the time, the criminals would just succumb to the heat. They'd be unable to move, then they'd pass out. Death would come soon after. They called these people Sixers, since they usually passed out within 6 hours.
I'm not sure why he's telling this to me. Probably because we're in hour 5. If he wants to pep me up, he sure is failing. We'd be out here for more than 6 hours.
In addition to that, their bodies lasted 6 days. Don't worry, though. We'll be fine. We have water. That isn't the courtesy they wanted to give to criminals.
Dominic literally said he went through his water. Well, excuse me. Well, at least that makes me feel better.
You're probably wondering why I'm telling you this story.
Not
Don't
really.
worry, I have a reason. Aside from passing time, I mean.
What the... What? Clace? At some point during this act, did people start getting lazy? We had the dude from the previous parallel scene have a line, show up and not speak it. Now we got a case where someone is speaking the lines that are not there. I know you're watching. Somehow this is getting back to these people. I'm convinced. This is getting back to the studio. These videos. I don't know anyone else currently making Winds of Change videos. I guarantee you there's going to be a patch. There's going to be an upcoming update soon. He smiles and holds out his arm. Rotating it slightly, he shows off his tattoos.
If the Sixers survived, they gave them special markings. They were pardoned and to be respected for their power. A bit of a secret, you know? Just keep it between us, alright?
Oh, that's metal as all hell. Okay. That's interesting. Wait, so Ulrich was an Alarinthian criminal? Or at least he was, since he appears to have been pardoned. I'm glad that he was comfortable enough to tell me this kind of stuff.
Besides, they look pretty good, don't they?
Urged to murder is rising.
I'd say good luck, but they don't do Sixers anymore. They stopped that method of punishment ages ago. You might need to find a copycat on the black market. Anyway, I guess that's enough story time for now. The more you know about Alarinthia, the better. That, and it makes the walk go by way faster. If you'll excuse me, I have some business to take care of. We'll have plenty of time to talk later, Monarch, trust me. If you find that you're needing anything, just wave me down.
Business? Walking, unless you're disappearing behind that rock to take a leak. I nod before looking back at the rest of my comrades. They look so drained and fatigued. We need that oasis and fast. But first, let's take a look around. Listen, we can comment on the desert. We can comment on the city. Look, there's banter!
Hey, Pro, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, this must be the business.
Of course. What's up?
I can't say in front of everybody else. I need to talk to you alone, in secret.
Ooh.
Oh, is it about that?
Crow. Not in front of anybody else. Follow me over here and talk quietly.
I'm sure this will not come up at all later in the story.
Right. Sorry. Well then, what's up?
Not at all.
Hey.
I forgot how weird you sound when you just say hey.
From what I've experienced so far, it's awful. I'm holding out on hope that it's colder in the city. But I know that won't be true. I bet it'll be even worse. If I lived here, I'd definitely be nocturnal. I mean, it must get colder at nighttime, right? I just sleep the day away. And that's a fact.
So, Fortame is a fellow grave shifter, confirmed. Well, I'm a former grave shifter. I'm on day shift now,
So I guess not much would change, to be honest. Though I haven't been able to get much sleep lately. Anyway, yeah, it's basically the worst place in the world.
You have not been around the world enough.
I sure hope so. Otherwise, this would be a waste. I mean, coming here and then leaving empty-handed, that'd mean we put ourselves through all of this for nothing.
That's called politics, Fortame.
That's not my style, you know? I don't care if we have to fight in a tournament, even. We're not coming all the way here only to accomplish nothing.
Alright, I'll give you a point if you're willing to fight in a tournament to secure an alliance. Points for everybody. Who should I side with, this Vivian chick or Drake?
Whoa, putting me on the spot, huh?
Yes.
I guess I'd probably side with Vivian. Ulrich hates this place, and I can see why.
I'm going to guess...
Politics would only make this 1,000,000 times worse. So I think Alarinthia would be better off like the mainland. It's different, yes, but in my opinion, it's a bad different.
What the fuck? Dude, it's not our country. But... like, they can do whatever the hell they want. We're literally just trying to get more bodies to throw at the final fight. They can keep things the way they are if they're happy. That is not my place.
Like, Mazeo was different, but it was good. The constant battle to see who is stronger? Yikes.
Mazeo was our country!
Toxic and fast. That's a tough choice, but I'd have to say Dominic. It's not fair that Howell tried to pin all of this on him. Nothing that happened at the Rebel HQ was his fault. But that doesn't mean I hate Howell. Far from it. He seems so wise, and we could learn a lot from him. An entire ancient culture inside of him? Just think about it.
Yeah. A walking,
There's so
talking
much we
history
don't know
book.
about the monarchy. He could help us fill dozens and dozens of history books. I hope he survives this. He has lots of info to pass on to us.
Fortame, my buddy, my chum, my pal, I guarantee you that with me leading this party, no one is going to survive. Anyway, you see the oasis?
No, and I'm slowly melting. I went through all my water within the first hours. My fault, I know. I'll make sure to ration it better next time.
Oh, we're all going to die out here.
If there is a next time, of course. I'm starting to think that this oasis was a lie. I see mirages, sure, but no real water.
Well, at least you're able to recognize mirages.
If you see it, make sure to tell me right away. I might even go for a swim if I have the time. You should join me. It'd be pretty awesome.
No. That's gonna be a hard pass from me, dog. Oh, that's it for that. What else? None of those. Did it? I guess that's Alarinthia way out there. This is gonna be a long journey. Hopefully the Oasis will help us all. Did I click on this one? Sand, sand, and more sand. I hate it. It gets everywhere. I give myself a point. I think that's everything. Look. Okay. If this was here, the gates were here. This, I'm sorry. I know, I'm thinking too much about it. This is just implying that we just went so far out of the way for the Oasis. When we arrive at the Oasis, everybody immediately run toward it. Opening their canteens, they fill them up and quickly drink up. I do the same before turning to face my allies in relief. I was starting to get parched, and worried about passing out. Boy, being the only human in this party, my skin must be just damn pink at this point. The placement of the oasis here was awfully convenient. I choose not to count our blessings as I face my friends.
This is amazing! Just what I needed. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a swim. Just give me a few minutes, alright?
Someone please stop this man before he strips.
Fortim, no. That's disgusting. People drink this water. It's not for swimming.
Valissa coming in clutch. Valissa gets another point!
But...
No buts! No, really, no buts! Keep your pants on!
No.
No! Listen to your mother and father! Oh god, no! Oh god! What have I done? I just gave the weird-ass fanfiction writers ammunition for James Scott crosses his arms. This is the moment I decided to tell what Hal told me. Without the power from Solberg's idol, Valnorth will be fine.
Wait, really?
Yes, really. Keep your clothes on.
That's amazing. And you're certain about this?
Don't look at me. Look at Hal. He's the dude from the past. I nod. Hal was definitely a reliable source. Oh, there was now an upside to all our shaken faith.
I totally needed to hear some good news. This trek through the desert is downright awful. When we get back, let's all go to Valinor.
Yeah, neat. You realize we're going to have to do another 8-hour trek just to get back to the ship, right?
Yeah, definitely. It'll feel so good to be back home. With your vision and that dim idol, my outlook was so grim. But now that attack won't happen, and the idol doesn't matter.
Right. That sounded weird, like the lines were spliced together almost, so it's probably just me.
Long live Valinor?
Long live something, but it won't be us.
Long live Valinor.
We all smile before parting ways. I look over at Ulrich and Pro. They're talking to each other, but very quietly, almost secretive. I choose not to interrupt them and make my way over to Dominic.
Hey, we were just talking about our future options. I mean, would we rather side with Vivian or Draku? I think Vivian is the better option, but Hal disagrees.
Well, so far that's 2 for Vivian and only 1 for Draku.
As we seem to do in many matters, we need strength to win the upcoming war, Dominic. Vivian cannot deliver as much strength. Only hope for her nation. If hope could win wars, we wouldn't even be here. In times like this, we are glad that you're not in charge. We trust that the monarch will make the proper decision.
That's shade! You get a point!
Well, what do you say, Monarch? If you had to choose right now, what would you do? Just a hypothetical, of course, nothing set in stone.
A hypothetical? Damn. That's putting me on the spot, isn't it? Hal's got a point, but I have yet... And I guess Ulrich would also probably say Draku. But I don't think he's said anything official yet. It's way too early. I've yet to meet any of these people. It'd literally be an any, meeny, miny, mo point at this case, right?
Oh, really? Come on, Monarch. I know we need strength, but we need to think about Alestia. We have the chance to reshape an entire nation here.
Yeah, and we're not in our nation right now!
There is nothing wrong with the way Alarinthia is run. You cannot change it simply because you do not like it.
It's not our country!
Your move would make you no better than the Triumvirate.
Hal kinda gets a half point for that last line. Holy shit.
We cannot become the enemy we seek to dethrone. Your way of thinking requires some reevaluation, Dominic. You may say means to an end, but so does the Triumvirate.
Wow, you paint me as such a villain.
A change in leadership would require the spilling of blood. Innocents would die, much like the occupation of Mazeo. Think of what you lost. Do you want to do this to others?
Dominic seems unable to come up with a response to this. Promptly changing the subject, he seems to admit defeat.
Well, are you all full up on water? Ulrich said we're halfway there, and we're making good time. I think we'll make it to the city with plenty of time to spare, Monarch.
Hal seems unamused by the sudden change in topic.
This body does not work like you would expect. We do not need water, and do not risk passing out. Whenever you're ready to continue, we'll do so.
After saying that, we all part way. Man, if we actually had that army of zombies, I think we could have even skipped the oasis. Actually, no, the living people would still need the water, but... yeah, there'd be a lot less need for water, I'm just gonna say that. We shouldn't stay here for too much longer. Missing that ball would damage our cause immensely. So instead, let's just talk to all the people. There's no side parallel stuff. Ooh, this we talk
I
about
could
the
sit
water.
here and drink this all day.
No,
I've
you
never
will
missed water
vomit.
so much in my entire life. In fact, leave me behind. I'll stay here until things are done.
1, you will freeze to death at night. 2, you will probably be run down and eaten by one of the actual predators that roam around this desert. 3, you drink too much water, especially when you've been a while without, you will vomit. Don't ask me how I know this shit about the desert.
Nice try, but you're not getting out of this that easy. Fill up your canteen, Fortin. We need to get going.
Wait, your canteen is so much bigger than mine. Can we trade? You're used to this desert, Ulrich.
Yeah, that's why his canteen is bigger, because he's not dumb.
Used to it? I haven't been here for thou... You know what? Fine. You can have it, Fortin. Just fill it up and let's get going, okay?
All right, score.
Worst trade deal ever. Any other banter? Fortane circles the trees. Clearly he wants to... Fortane, no! Someone throw a water balloon at him. No! It's not very long until Ulrich grabs him and takes him away. He's almost become some sort of babysitter at this rate. He just... What the hell? What is this? This banter appears because of my choice to create seers. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, did I freeze? Oh no, I'm crashing. And we're back. Neat. That one made me sweat.
So, what's it like to be a seer? What kind of stuff are you starting to see? Does it hurt your head? Are you enjoying it?
It gives me great pleasure to see the future. But right now, it's just the little things. Indecipherable. Perhaps as we process this, things will become clearer.
I see loss in the future, loss and tragedy. But for which side of this battle, I cannot say. It seems to be a gut feeling at the moment.
So it's a guess. Hold on. What the fuck is going on down below here, girl? What do you have, like 6 different tails?
Yeah, it's the same for me. Brief flashes. But I see a coliseum, and a big struggle. I think you'll all be fighting during your visit.
Oh, Troy.
Fighting? That's no fun. Hopefully your powers get better over time. Imagine how strong you'd be in those battles.
How strong? Unless they can literally see the next 2 seconds to know which way a sword is going to swipe at them.
Able to see every move before the enemy even makes it? With that power, we'd never have to worry about tragedy or loss. I can tell you're going to be one of the best assets in this war.
Why, thank you. That means a lot. I'm happy to serve the rebellion in any way I can. What they did back in those tunnels was inexcusable.
Yeah, I'd say we show them the same treatment. We'll fight for a future that all of you can enjoy. Even if we can't join that future ourselves.
Dude gets a point. That's a very honorable thing to go about it.
That's certainly a pessimistic view, Ignis. There might be a way to save our minds, you know. This rebellion has proved that anything is possible.
I'm glad you're not shape-shifting your hand in that weird way. Is like 90% of the population in Alestia like Huskies?
Yeah, you're right. We'll make it through this.
That was great. Cool.
Hey.
Hi, Valessa. Boop. Oh, what do you think of the place so
I
far?
can't believe how hot it is, actually. I mean, Ulrich told us stories, and I thought he was exaggerating. As soon as we stepped off that ship, I knew he was actually right. Of course, he doesn't seem like the type to embellish his stories. Maybe some part of me was just hoping it wouldn't be that bad. He painted such a grim picture of this place, you know?
Alright, who would you rather side with?
Vivian, hands down. I don't like the way Alarentia is run. Relying on strength alone creates such a toxic atmosphere. Anyone with a brilliant mind would simply be pushed aside.
Well, not necessarily. You know what? I'm going to save judgment until we get there. I have yet to even meet the two people who I have to choose between.
That holds back the progression of society by so much. Valinor embraced new ideas and nurtured bright minds. If anything, it actually explains why Alarentia is so primitive.
We have not even set forth in the city! I mean, holy crap! We've yet to actually meet anyone from here! We're calling them savages!
It's so weird, seeing our former elder just walking around. But I need to work on that. I need my mind to know it's not him. Salus is gone, and there's nothing we can do to change that fact. Hal is an interesting guy. He sure has a lot to say. His insight into the past of the world could fill 1,000,000 books. With all of those souls, he knows almost everything there is to know. He told me that society has actually regressed in Alarentia. It used to be one with the monarchy. Their whole world was united. I hope we can make a world like that after this war is finally over.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, anything you'd like to accomplish while we're here?
Yeah, I want to break the record for most water ever ingested. I'll never take something like that for granted ever again, I swear. It makes me miss the water tank from back in Valinor, actually. Whenever we needed it, it was right there on demand. One oasis in the entire desert makes water pretty scarce. How do they handle the water situation in their capital?
I don't know. We will find out when we get there.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's just a lot to take in. He finally has a chance to change this place for the better. Apparently, that's all he wanted ever since he was young. I feel like this world will be completely different after we win. Such a scary thought. Well, scary and exciting. We're leading a revolution. I almost can't believe it.
Well, I guess that's it. Let's see, nothing there. Apparently I can look at a rock. Still on the side of the city. I can't see behind rocks. Okay. I'm glad there was actually nothing there. Did that. Alright, we're off to the gates. We arrive at the gates to Alarentia after an exhausting trek through the desert. No one died, surprisingly. It feels like things will change now that we're here, but they probably won't. The city won't be any more inviting. There just might be more water. A lone man stands at the gates, and I recognize him. He's the man I saw watching us back at the docks. This can't be a coincidence. He must be after us. Ulrich notices him and starts to walk toward the gate.
Let me handle this. I've been here before. He probably knows who we are. Info travels fast here. Just stay calm and I'll have us in the city in no time, alright?
Okay. We all nod, leaving Ulrich to handle the situation.
We seek passage into the city and nothing more. It's been a long trip from Azeo and we need shelter. Our business lies with the ones known as Vivian and Draku.
The man remains silent for a few moments, before bursting into laughter.
I know exactly who you are, Ulrich. Vivian is waiting for you in the tavern. And Draku? Well, you'll have a ball to attend.
Wait, how do you know who I am?
It's so easy to fuck. I'm terrible with names, but when every person is this unique, like Anthro with fur and tattoo styles, like, how could anyone just be like, how'd you know who I am?
I followed you all, up until the Oasis. That was my chance to get ahead and tip off Vivian. Besides,
You stick out like a sore thumb. Nice markings, Sixer.
They use Sixers as an insult over here.
I trust that won't be an issue.
It shouldn't, but I'm surprised you found somebody to do that. Recreating the markings of the ancients is frowned upon. They earned those markings. You certainly did not.
Ooh.
Of course.
Though you do bear a striking resemblance to the Ulrich of legend. If anything, that'll make your relationship with Vivian more amicable.
Oh, the plot is thickening.
I was given this name by my parents. They aligned with his views, and so do I. If that'll be all, we'd like to keep going.
Of course. I wasn't standing here to stop you. I merely wished to welcome you back home. I hope you and your monarch end up useful.
He bows to Ulrich as a sign of respect.
By the way, call me Drakior.
Drakior. It's like we seriously are just pulling random letters out of a hat and putting them together. Ulrich nods before turning back to face us. Drakior enters the city, likely returning to Vivian's side. I'm glad that our quest in this land finally has some direction.
Well, that was easy. Because of the ball, there's almost no security. I knew he'd be involved with Vivian. I could just tell.
So we'll have enough time to meet with her before the ball. That's great. I was worried we'd be on a tight schedule. You can't really rush decisions that change a nation.
No!
Yeah, it was definitely fortuitous. We better make sure it's not a trap. That's the perfect way to catch us off guard.
Well, we all brought guns, right?
Well, he didn't seem disingenuous.
What do you mean we left them on the ship?
That's the perfect way to catch us off guard.
Right. So, what's the next step?
Through the gate, honey.
We head into the town square. If the tavern hasn't moved, it's connected. We'll be seeing Vivian within the hour, for sure.
Alright, sounds good to me. Is there more water in the city?
No, they all trek out to the oasis to take a water break. Don't make me take away your point.
Yeah, but don't ask for water in the tavern. It's seen as a sign of weakness amongst Alaranthians.
Really?
Don't drink anything while we're there. Make sure it's ale.
The whole city gets a point. Everybody stands around, seeming to wait for my mark. Why are they waiting for me? We just walk into the town. You're just gonna turn around and see Pro there going, well, we're waiting. There's something up with Ulrich. I have a strong gut feeling. His secret talks with Pro and some of the things Drakior said. Ooh, I think that just takes me back to the global map. Oh, we have more of this. Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to see what this leads us, and then we're going to end the episode. Oh, yeah, how was it back then?
No, it is completely different. More primitive. Alarinthia existed in unison with the monarchy. It was one part of a larger whole. It was peaceful.
Define peaceful.
Being stuck in a constant power struggle sounds awful, but still, it has given us what we need. A strong potential ally. Draco is the result of generations of a savage cycle of growth.
Look, okay, we need to defeat Carthage, let's pretend, right? We need to defeat that. Actually, no, what would be... You know what, fuck it, I already said it, it's out there. We need to defeat them, we need strong allies. So we march into the city of Sparta. We know it could be better. But they're the strong people we need right now. However, if we're safe from, I don't know, pick another random ancient civilization, I don't care. I'm not going to marching into their town and say, hey, you should probably change your country. By the way, can you lend us your strongest soldiers? It really sounds like I think I'm just going to side with Draku. I feel it in my bones, just... I haven't even seen the inside of this city yet. I don't know how anyone acts. But I already feel like I'm gonna have to side with this dude. Without even meeting the Vivian chick.
Every ruler is stronger than the last. For almost an eternity, they have followed these laws. Draco and his army must be exceptional in their power.
For all I know, I'm gonna walk into that tavern and Vivian's gonna knock my socks off. How are you handling being in a dead body covered in wounds?
We have no complaints. It seems to be others who have problems. Especially those close to Salus, like his son.
Mm-hmm.
But we will work on that while we travel. Perhaps your forces just need time to adjust. This must be a jarring transition, to say the least.
It's literally a body, dude. Literally a dead body.
We require no sustenance.
He is literally a corpse, dude.
Drink with his body, but it is not necessary. If anything, we would do it for pleasure, rather than to survive.
Would you even digest anything? Oh.
But pleasure is not something we require either. So, because of that, we choose not to eat or drink. There are those who need it more than us, Monarch.
Alright, do you think we'll win this war?
We are unable to comment on this matter.
Okay, then I don't know why that was even an option. But I'm glad we did it. Let's head it. Let's see the... Traveling City? Yes, we'll travel into the city. Here we go. What do we got here? So on the next episode, when we go through this, it looks like we're here. We're going to the town square. Looks like then the tavern, then the castle. And bullshit, we're not hitting up the Colosseum. You don't mark that without a trip to the Colosseum. Hold on, I had it right the last time. All right. Yes, doubly say that so we definitely know. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you certainly had fun. I'll see you on the next episode, which in my time, I'm going straight into it right